Do you think Joe Gorga needs, before we move on, do you think Joe Gorga needs anger management? Because he charges at this one, he charged at the other
and
one.
look at what he did to the guy that was renting from him. I mean, yeah, a little bit. He has a bad Italian temper. I mean, listen, I do too. Obviously, Teresa and him both need anger management. Something's in the water in that family. But Italians have, we're known to have a little bit of a temper. I have lunged at people. I have.
I mean, and it's like, are you shocked that like we haven't evolved from season 3?
No.
This is 14 years later. I'm
not shocked. I predicted this. All people are DMing me saying that I predicted this years ago because I kept calling it fake, and it was fake. I think my crown is, because I don't have 150 bobby pins, I think it's going to start slipping, but that's okay. This was long coming, David. This was long coming. This was never real. They made a pact. Like I said, I keep repeating this. And when you make a pact and you kind of make a deal with the devil, it doesn't last.
I just hope Melissa sticks to what she said on the podcast.
Me too. Stick to it, Melissa and Joe. Stick to it. Don't be afraid that you're not going to be on the show. Right now you're looking like you have integrity. Stay with it. Stay with this integrity. Look in the mirror and be able to look at yourselves and say, we have integrity.
Melissa and Joe should, have some, what's the word? You should have confidence in your own. You're not going to be fired. Joe Gorga is not being fired ever.
Nope.
So you guys have to understand what you bring to the show. Like, don't
right now. Yeah, that's right.
You don't have to be friends with Teresa to stay.
No way. So no, anyway, so the elephant in the room are the crowns. I think we should get to the wedding. And then I think we could finish off with Beverly Hills, because it wasn't much that happened besides Lisa Rinna's breakdown and the outfit of the night, which hands down, I think we're going to agree on this, but it might be our first agreement. But let's go with
when we get to Beverly Hills, we're going to maybe agree. And I have something that's never happened before with outfits. And I think we might disagree on one person when we get there.
Okay.
What do you think of the hair and the crown? That's what everyone's talking about.
I don't mind the crown, even though she wanted the biggest one and she wanted to look like a queen. Now, let me give you my scenario of what she said. Her hairdresser said that she wanted something over the top. And they went and they looked at crowns. And when this crown went all the way around the head, it was the biggest one of them. That's what she chose, and she wanted something over the top. This is my feeling on this. Here is a woman who at first said that she's madly in love with Louis. She wants it private. They were almost going to go to a diner like Sex in the City. Matrimony is a sacrament. It's a holy sacrament. If you're so madly in love, which I think she loves Louis, I think she does. I think they're both narcissists. They love each other as much as they can. Why do you have to be so over the top? Why is it your thing that you need the biggest hair, the biggest crown? Let's analyze that. What's your problem? Why does it have to be so over the top? You're marrying your soulmate, the love of your life. Like your main objective, it's got to be over the top. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. Those are her words. So now let's get to the hair. Her hair looked exactly like when she married Joe, just a little higher. There was no difference in the hair. And they said, her and Lucia said, oh, we didn't realize that. What?
Well,
what? I thought the makeup, I think Priscilla knocked it out of the park with the makeup. The only thing that I saw that was unfortunate is Teresa has the strings, the
what?
And
what do you mean strings?
They're threads. They thread your face to lift it.
Oh yeah.
She has the threads, and you could see the bump on one of the threads. Really? I heard one of them's coming out, but yeah, I saw it. And whatever, no big deal. But why don't you get it removed before the wedding? You know what I'm saying? But I saw the thread. But Priscilla knocked it out of the park with the makeup. The hair, there were really no words. It was unnecessary. She could have done a beautiful bump with a ponytail to make it different than the first wedding. The gown, the color was magnificent. I personally think the gown was ill-fitting and made her look wide. Okay. Hated the gloves. And the second gown was cheap looking. My opinion. My opinion. If I were Teresa and 50 years old, my second gown, okay, would have been skin tight, high neck, low back, cutaway here, halterish, tight. If you want a slit, you wear a slit. Beautiful, chic, classic. Not this frilly, off the shoulder lace prom dress. That's me.
That's you. I agree with a bunch of that. The crown does not bother me either.
Not at all.
If every bride wants to wear a crown,
I
I am
love the
all
crown.
for it. Love it.
Me too.
Wear
Me
a
too.
pink crown, wear a yellow
Yes.
canary, like wear a crown.
Yes.
I'm all
Yes.
about it. I do try to hold back here when you talk about people's looks, and I try not to because I really don't want to, but the hair was absolutely hideous. It was when you texted me and said Marge Simpson, and now there's all these memes of Marge.
Yeah.
The hair was hideous. I really
was.
thought it was absolutely hideous, which I don't blame Lucia. It's like, that's
No.
what Teresa wanted.
That's what she wanted, and that's what she got. And wait, let me just say one thing. I remember talking a little bit about the girls that work for Teresa. First of all, they're very good friends. Lucia and Priscilla go way back. Priscilla more than Lucia. She did not ask either one of them to be in her wedding. Okay. They're like workers to her. I'm sorry. I don't mean to hurt your feelings, Lucia or Priscilla, but I personally still think that she considers them workers. She wanted them to be at her beck and call for hair and makeup. And both of them stayed up till 4 a.m, taking out the 150 bobby pins for Teresa. Okay. Say no more. This is what she thinks of them. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says to me. She feels that they are still workers to her.
And at this point, it's like, your salary keeps going up by a lot every year. You know what? Put Priscilla and her on the payroll. Have it be a full-time.
1,000%.
I mean, again, you make, I would say in the 3s at this point, maybe all in 4. Just tell Priscilla, no more Watch What Happens. No more of this. I mean, you think Priscilla makes money to go from going to Watch What Happens? No. Give her, that's it. Live down the street and just whatever,
Yeah. Yep.
So that's that.
Yes.
I didn't love, so I didn't love the crown.
No, you love the crown.
No,
you said
the crown. I didn't love the hair. The first dress, it's not just that it was ill-fitting. I hate that mermaid thing, but I have to tell you, so as bad and ill-fitting that mermaid, the 3 hearts coming down the back, I thought were absolutely hideously tacky, and writing that siempre